Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Tysie Gallagher joins me in York Hall. Congratulations on your win tonight. Just kind of your initial reaction to your win.
Yeah, buzzing. I obviously coming off a loss, I couldn't wait to get in there and make a few wrongs right. So yeah, feeling good.
Yeah. Did it feel different entering the ring after a loss? Kind of like perhaps you had a little bit to prove, not to anyone else, but perhaps you had a bit to prove to yourself. Did it feel different to every time you've entered the ring previous?
Do you know what? Like today, I was even saying in the change rooms, like it's scarily. I've been scarily so chilled. Like I didn't have nerves going into the fight, walking into the ring and that. So that was probably the only difference. I was so relaxed and so calm. I just knew I had to stay relaxed so I could do what I wanted to do.
Obviously tonight's a night to celebrate, so I don't want to dwell too much on the defeat, but I think it's always an interesting thing to talk about in the sense that it won't define your whole career. It's obviously something you've had to deal with. Was it hard to deal with your first defeat? Because I know, speaking to many pros who've taken a defeat, some of them deal with it quite badly. Some of them kind of take it on the chin and it's a bit of a weight off the shoulder. So how was it for you dealing with that whole process?
Yeah, I don't deal with defeat very well. Like weren't very nice.
That's a champion's mentality. Every champion mentality fighter says that.
Yeah, it grinded on me until today, until I could put it. Obviously, actually, I think it will grind on me until I get the rematch with Nina. So that's what I want. Because I believe I beat Nina in that fight. I was the cleaner boxer, so I'd love the rematch. And obviously, she just won a world title, which is amazing. Like I'm well chuffed for her. But yeah, 2023, I want to fight Nina Hughes again. Yeah.
I was going to say how convenient. She's now got a world title. So as much as she was your rival at one point, I suppose now you're kind of thinking that if there is to be a rematch, because when there is close fights, people do want rematches. If there is to be a rematch, kind of works in your favour that there is something massive on the line.
Exactly, like a world title. Imagine that, a world title for a rematch. That's because the fight was it was a brawl. It was quite scrappy, and I didn't get to showcase as well as I wanted to. But yeah, a world title on the line, a rematch. I think it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Yeah.
Obviously, she's going to be in demand, and now she calls the shots because she's got the world title. For you, can you kind of lay out a plan for next year if you were to kind of, I suppose, take the Nina fight out of the situation in the sense, like I said, she holds cards now. Mm-hmm. Have you got kind of a plan for 2023, or is it just kind of let's see what happens? Because I suppose boxing is unpredictable. You never know. You could pick up an injury in February. So do you plan too far ahead for it when you're coming up to a year? Or?
To be honest, like there's a few different avenues we can go down at the minute for next year. We could either, obviously, if that was on the line, perfect. I could even go for the European title. Like I say, whatever opportunity comes, I'll be ready to take. Whether that's European, Commonwealth again, or the rematch with Nina. But yeah, it's not so much planned out, but all I know is I'm going forward and I'm going to take on the big fights. I'm ready to get back in that. Obviously, there is a loss on my record, but that definitely doesn't define me. So yeah, and if anything, the girl I lost to is now the world champion. And I believe I beat her, and I believe I will beat her again if I fight her. So it just gives me confidence, to be honest.
Yeah. Just one more thing. Theoretically, say we was doing this interview this time next year, December 2023, what would make you happy or content with your year? Would it be a title? Would it be a certain amount of fights? What would make you stand there at the end of 2023 and be like, yeah, I'm happy with all of this?
Yeah, title, definitely. Whatever title that being, I'll be happy with a title. And yeah, big thing for me is just fighting regularly, keeping momentum, keeping going, and just improving every fight as well, not just fighting for the sake of it. So yeah, with a few more, this time next year, 5 more fights would be nice with a title. Yeah, definitely.
Midnight on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm gonna share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light. Yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.